think I have something that belongs to you.
Me too. Where do you want to meet? Miss Veludo?
That's incredible.
I know.
I always imagined you to be much more...
Taller.
No, much more ristretto. Good night, Mr. Decaffeinato.
Nespresso.
So,
What else?
enough of the fun. We hope you enjoyed that. Now let's go to the serious part. We all know Nestle, the world's largest food company. One of its major sources of income was and remains coffee. In the 1980s, Nestle was facing tremendous pressure due to a price war on what essentially became a commodity. At the same time, premium segment was growing, with certain consumers moving away from Nescafé. How did Nestle respond to this? They created a new brand, Nespresso, and also developed an innovative new coffee machine in an attempt to revitalize their coffee margins. Despite the initial hype, sales were disappointing, and 2 years after the launch of Nespresso in 1988, Nestle was mulling shutting down this venture and considering it a mistake. This was in the face of the increased popularities of cafes, as well as the proliferation of supermarket-based instant coffee brands. Actually, at that turning point, Nestle decided otherwise. They created a dedicated business unit for Nespresso and appointed a young, fresh managing director from the outside the company, Jean-Paul Guillard, to manage it. This gentleman brought in a completely new approach to the subject and went about revolutionizing the way coffee was sold. By looking at how Nespresso transformed itself, we actually believe this is a very good example of an agile organization. Nespresso demonstrated portfolio agility. Instead of simply selling coffee in coffee capsules, they actually now extended this to being an entire range of a machine, coffee capsules that were forever replenished, as well as a service. They also introduced exciting new flavors. They were very operationally agile. They changed the distribution model from indirect via intermediaries to direct. They created an online Nespresso club, which had 12,000 coffee experts, which today receives 130,000 customers online. They also insourced the design of the machines, which became themselves a fashion statement. Definitely, there was also strategic agility. The new MD changed the target segment from corporate, who were initially thought to have been able to buy these machines because of their expense, to households. Nespresso became a success. There was a change in pricing strategy and numbers started to increase. 2010, revenue reached $3 billion and net profit was at 20%. The venture that was at the verge of being shut down turned out to be one of Nestle's main success stories. What enabled the organization to make this transition? We believe this was due to the change of leadership, a focus on customer experience, and the new fresh culture brought to this business unit. This snapshot is simply taken from Nespresso's website. This shows that this company understands strategy and understands growth and understands agility. We see the use terms like growth drivers, core competencies, innovation, passionate global brand, aspirations, unique business model, exclusive client services. This company knows what they're doing. Lastly, what key insight have we learned and we want to share across? We believe, as we have been told in the last week, that companies, once they grow too large, do not have the nimbleness needed to maintain strategic agility. We believe Nestle's decision to spin off Nespresso as an autonomous entity with the freedom to pursue and try completely different business models was the key insight that led to their success. Muchas gracias.